Then after you wrote robbed to her, her response was the emojis of the see no evil monkeys. That was a clear indication of her discomfort. Yet again, you repeated robbed, but this time in the vernacular at 2051 on 1168.
I disagree with what you are saying. It does not find support from a reading of this, certainly not the way I see it. Please afford me the opportunity to do it. These are playful cliches, these are playful words. Robbed is a rather deep, crude word, but here the conversation is playful. It is in the same context that I would understand when the complainant at some point says to me, well, I want you, when you get here, to find me ready, things like those. So this is playful. So I don't attach the weight that you attach to the word robbed in the context of a flirtatious, playful interaction. You will see that sometimes it's about apportioning percentages in the sense that in my mind I'm saying, this person has said, I've got a few. Then I'm saying, please send me those few that you've got, and so on and so forth. So it is within that context that I disagree with your proposition.
Then after you told her you robbed me in the vernacular, she replied by hyena at 2051, and she indicated that that was a clear refusal. She did not want to send you pictures.
Negative or negative. That's not correct. We now know that hyena is not a rebuff, at least by now, from the interaction that we have been engaged in. I, at some point, said it says Ebana or Batung as we were guided. It is not a rebuff. And it is followed by and it, which I believe aligns itself with my thinking and how I read what was happening here.
During her testimony, the translation that we got was that it was no. And even after this no, you proceeded to call her a trickster at 2052 on 1168. Do you see how this continued persistence constitutes pressure and undermines her refusal?
You are not correct. I disagree. This is why I disagree with you. You keep on predicating the notion about this interaction to interpret hyena as high, meaning no. It is totally incorrect. It is not compatible with what happened soon thereafter at 2053, which is and it. So my understanding is that, as I've been trying to explain from time to time, and it has been tried to explain, this was an interaction, there's playfulness in it. You can't attach to everything that is said here the meaning that you are now seeking to attach. Nikati were robbed, we laugh at it. No one can say hyena and then at the same time laugh. That can't be a rebuff. Or at least as far as I was concerned, and as I said in my affidavit, this is all playfulness.
According to the complainant, it is not playfulness. She indicated that the reason why she said earn it was not because she wanted to flirt. It was because she felt uncomfortable and unsure how to respond to the inappropriate request from someone in your position. Someone who is not a friend and not entitled to such personal content.
I did not understand earn it from an adult female to mean what you are saying now. I disagree.
Then that night you continued the conversation, repeatedly steering it towards photo request, at one point even writing, I'm not demanding too much. And that was not a question. Because there's no question mark. You are not saying, am I not demanding too much? You chose to write, I'm not demanding too much.
Where is that? Where is that page?
Let me just get to that.
So sorry to have to do that to you, ma'am, because I want the context.
No?
It's going to help me respond to your question.
Where's that one?
Because I want to see, oh, sorry. Because I want to see what was said immediately before that and immediately after that and during. Then I will contextualize my answer.
Thank you. If you can just give me a moment, I just want to find it. at 1170 at 2110.
All right. 1170 at 2110. Is that where she says, you must know that when I want money from you, you will give it to me? Is that
Yes,
where you say it?
yes.
What point then are you making?
You did not ask her, am I not demanding too much? You said, I'm not demanding too much. So
Where-
you're making you put it to her that you are not demanding too much.
We may engage in a terminological fight, or shall I say terminological issue. Whether it was in the form of a question or a statement, the effect is the same. When I say I'm not demanding too much, she could then have said you are demanding too much. She did not say that. So my response is that even before we get to 1170, we must go back a bit, because some of these things are happening within seconds. There's it at 2053 at page 1168. I've addressed myself to my understanding of it as part of this game between one who fences one person and the other, and how I understood it. Then at page 1169, 2053, you are tricky. She laughs at 2054. Then she says at 2054, it's part of the task. Then at 2055, will do, responding to go halfway now, the rest for another day. These are playful exchanges between, this is how I see it, between the complainant and I. And then, shall I say, in a manner of speaking, boom, bang. At 2110, she says, "Yazi bamna xa ndifuna imali uzawundinika." Even if it had been a question formulated as follows, will you give me money if I want it? It doesn't matter. Even if she says, you must know that when I want money, you will give it to me. I am treating it the same way she did. Her evidence that yazi bamna xa ndifuna imali, if I remember correctly, she sought to put it in the form of a question. And I'm saying, whether it is a statement or a question, my view is it's neither here nor there. It is a discussion. When I say I'm not demanding too much, I'm saying it was available to her to say you are demanding too much, which she did not do.
She did.
How so?
By saying, I wonder, when I want money, would you give it to me? Because you are now asking her to give you something. Now she says, I wonder if I ask you for money, if you would give it to me.
I disagree with your proposition. That is a formulation ex post facto, which I believe it should be argued in the final analysis. It's meant to pursue a particular view, which is not correct.
The complainant testified that she
Yes.
knew when you ask someone for money, he will go away.
That was not my understanding. As I said, insofar as I said, I'm not demanding too much. Whether it's a question or a statement, it was available to her to say, you are demanding. And her response that, yazi ukuba mna xa ndifuna imali uza kundinika. You must know that when I want money, you will give it to me. It's part of the bargaining process, negotiation, so to speak, persuasion on the one hand, response on the other, a lot of playfulness along the way in the context of flirtation.